Welcome to my project buzzer.com. See the process of towards trustworthy research learning in clouds. So this process is going to allocate it to the virtual machine by use of the physical resource with a key requirement to the to load the jobs in the cloud. So the trust person only we can place the trusted person to the based upon that key values. So it generated by the automatic creation of the users. So then after that we have to create a cloud sim tools by based upon the data centers and as well as the brokers. So it's basically the types of computing concepts is involved to the large number of systems to connect it through the real-time communications. So now we have configurable the cloud sim infrastructure by the consider of the infrastructure properties is based upon the cloud scheduler. So after that the virtual machine will be created of the physical resource is matched upon based upon the cloud infrastructure to getting the user details. So after that it will be scheduled by the trusted person and is scheduled by the jobs of the capacity. So in between the process of trust status to establish the feature work is based is scheduling to the input of the status to the cloud infrastructure. After that finally it will be allowed that trusted user to allocate the jobs to the and allocate the virtual machine of the capacities. Let's see the flow of the process. So first we're going to start from the users and we have to create a cloud installation between the data center creation and the broker creation. So in data creation we're going to create the number of webs, then bandwidth and the RAM speed for the physical machine. So as well as the broker creation is used to create a number of users. So after that we are going to log in about the chain of trust between the multiple user of the creation of the login. So it will ask us the unique ID to log in between the each every user. So after that the user going to create a number of virtual machines. So in virtual machines we have to create a it's based upon the RAM speed and as well as the capacity of physical machine and their load. After that we create a cloudlet to give us some input jobs. It's based upon that input file size. So after that we have to scheduling the process between the capacity of a virtual machine and the file size of the jobs. So there will be a load optimize and the optimized demand. So in load optimize is take the capacity of both the input and the virtual machine size is based upon the optimize. Then the optimized demand is based upon that user. So after that demand optimize, we take the trust management to optimize the trust user and the trusted load of the virtual machine. Lastly going to allocate the resource to the particular virtual machine if the status will be success to the all the user and the jobs is allocated to the particular virtual machines. Let's see the flow of the process. So first start from the home.java. So this is the main form of the process. So we're going to say about in the cloud sim process. So the process take to open to some minutes, so because it's going to loading. So this is the main frame of the so towards transistors. So select the just click the cloud images. So after that so we're going to create the data creations and as well as the broker creations here. So there will be a creation of data creation. So click the data creation. So there will be a number of data creation to create data centers. So now the data centers is created here as a data center name and as well as the number of machines and the host IDs and the number of hits and RAM and as well as the bandwidth. So then they create a data brokers. So I'm creating 4 brokers and this is the broker ID for us 0 1 2 3 or 4 users like 6 7 8 9. So click the proceeds. So this is the login form of the multiple user login. So we can give us a username and password here. So now you're going to enter the username as ASD and as well as the password. So here your ID will be generated. So give the ID as a 5629. So the user going to as a trusted, and we have a multiple user like two. So at a time the more user going to log in, so the second user ID is 6720. So after that we have to create a virtual machines. So I'm going to create a number of virtual machine as a whole. The virtual machine will be created as a virtual machine ID and as well as the broker ID to be allocated, and the MIPS and RAM speed and as well as the bandwidth. So now going to create a cloudlet. So the cloudlet process is going to as an input for the every jobs to every users. So first cloudlet to create as the broker ID and length and as well as the file size of the jobs. So then click the proceed to scheduling the load capacity based on. So click the compute. So now the unique ID is virtual machine ID and the broker ID is created. So based upon this the jobs is allocated. So for the first machine for first virtual machine, I mean broker ID is getting a 0 virtual machine, so there is no allocation, so because it's in the waiting process. So after that the 7th broker ID is getting as 3 virtual machine to allocate the process, and as well as the next 8th broker ID allocate the last virtual machine, and there is no virtual machine for the broker ID 9, so because they are all in waiting process. So click the efficiency. So this is the efficiency to load the efficiency of the both getting the load capacity based upon that cloudlet process. So then click the process. So click compute. So this compute is the process of the both optimization of the load is based upon the cloudlet and as well as the data centers. So here the total demand is fixed for the particular user. So first cloudlet is total demand is the 91952, so it's based upon that virtual machines, and as well as there is no demand for the 7th user. So click proceed and click the optimize resources thing. They are based upon the virtual machines allocated to the jobs. Then trusting. So the trusting person is based upon that based upon this data centers and the total demand. So here this 7 and 9 7th user is the untrust, so because there is no total demand for that user, so this that resource is going to remove from the trusted load. After that we are going to allocate the process to that IDs. So 9698 is going to allocate to the virtual machine is based upon the load capacity. So these are all allocation during the scheduling process. Then after that performance. So the performance is based upon the virtual machines. So this performance is to take about the virtual machines number of virtual machines of 4, and the allocation of the total load capacity of the length size total. So this performance is used to allocate as the length and size. Then the overall process between the cloud sim and the ops stack between the cloud computing of the total time and the count is performance here. Thank you.